Welcome to our CDQ webinar entitled Speeding Up Sales Through High-Quality Customer Master Data. I'm pleased that we're able to win 3 proven experts from Nestle in the field of business partner for this event. They, on one hand side, lead the master data governance area within Nestle for business partner, but on the other hand have a profound knowledge of the operational businesses also, as they closely work with the shared service centers within Nestle. Some of you might know that there is a long-time collaboration in between Nestle and CDQ, with Nestle being a founding member of CDQ. It will be therefore quite interesting to see how Nestle uses the CDQ services for itself and how they integrated them into their master data processes.
Welcome to this webinar, and thank you, Torsten, for the introduction. Thank you for CDQ for the invitation. What we'll try to cover in 20 minutes is a long journey of several years, just giving you a few hints on our journey, but also sharing a little bit how we have collaborated together with CDQ in making our customer master data faster, but also with better quality. I have the privilege today to be with 2 colleagues, virtual colleagues, or real but virtual colleagues. We are all in different places, Brazil, Portugal, and I'm in Switzerland. I'm Jean-Marc Lapfenstein, and I'm the global lead of master data for Nestle.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the part of the globe that you are in. My name is Paulo Rigazo. I'm work for Nestle since 2003. It's been 19 years working on the master data area, and I am currently working with Jean-Marc, and I'm responsible for global business partner master data governance.
Hello everyone, my name is Antonio Gregorio. I'm also working with Jean-Marc's team in the Global Master Data Business Partners governance team, and I'm also working with Master Data since 25 years.
I will start now with a few introduction slides about Nestle. I'm sure you know a lot about Nestle, and I don't want to bother you too much with some of these numbers, but more importantly, I just want to make sure you understand the size of what we are trying to cover. We are a global company, and all the story we will relay today is linked to this global approach. Just focusing on one number here, which is the number of products we are delivering every day to our customers. And obviously, having high quality customer master data will have an impact, very quickly negative impact, if we cannot reach the ambition we have in this area. We also, as you can see here, probably like most of you in the industry, you are growing through internal growth, innovation, but also through acquisition. I just wanted to make visible this slide because as part, on top of the activity we are doing, we also are playing quite an important role in each and every merger or acquisition project in terms of customer master data management, both on assessing quality, but also understanding duplicates and making sure that we get the value out of the different acquisitions that we are having year after years. I mentioned a little bit already about our global presence, but you can see here that we are almost everywhere. We have customers in every country of the world. And the key point to keep in mind here is while we are global, food is something very local. And the retail landscape, our customer landscape is very, very local. And we need to keep always in mind, on top of the size, the fact that we need to have a global view for efficiency, but never forget the importance of local connection. With this, I would like to hand over now to explain a little bit the journey that we went through to Paulo.
Yeah, okay. Then, so in order to start this, I would like to mention that we have been an SAP house already since quite so many years. And we, from starting point, to say also that we already have a single source of truth for our entire master data. This single source of truth allowed us to establish a very solid master data practices in terms of governance, ownership, and others. However, still at some point in time we had many complaints in terms of quality and also in terms of efficiency. Let's start as we see in the slide as a step one, what we call transition. So the focus here was between more or less 2018, 2021. The focus was to transfer or transition activities to above the market entities that we call NBS. NBS stands for Nestle Business Services. They are shared centers spread around the world. And we took the opportunity, and while transferring the activities, we also redefined and redesigned the master data end-to-end processes. We simplified those processes by eliminating steps, eliminating handovers, and also embedding data quality best practices on those. Also, because we were on a single repository, we were able to enhance our reporting framework, basically using Power BI to get most of the global reports we currently have, reports that are linked to both performance of the process and also quality, data quality. And it was more or less on the same period that we start to concrete leveraging CDQ data quality framework by using their data quality reports, downloading them on a monthly basis, and sharing these results within our own Nestle markets so they can take the actions and fix the data and so on. At this point in time, we were a bit, let's say, we are limited or only focusing on the process itself and not actually looking on the data collection improvement. So Antonio is going to tell us a bit more about what has been done in the area of data collection. So Antonio, it's with you.
Okay, thank you. So once we have these above market activities transferred and optimized in the NBSs, we then focus our efforts in optimizing them in these data collection activities. And so we create a new tools. We look at SAP. We look at the capabilities that SAP was offering, and we create a new forms for that we call CLC and VLC, so customer lifecycle and vendor lifecycle. And we use these new forms, and we focus on reducing everything that could be reduced by doing automation and by trying to do pre-population of fields every time that we could. And we also try to leverage CDQ data sharing, and also try to leverage all the SAP new functionalities that was offering by MDG. And we can look at some of the numbers that that we have here in this screen. So in the last year, and this screen is regarding this year. So in the last months, we have implemented this in 24 countries, this CLC tool in 24 countries. We processed with these new forms more than 158 SAP requests, and we have automated more than 600 fields with automation, with business rules automations. As we have built in a net promoter score may I say that every time that SAP request is processed, we have a feedback. We receive a feedback from the user saying that if the request was good or not. We can know the satisfaction of the market about the process, and we have a satisfaction that is 91.3%. This is related to these new ways of working. But now let's try to look at the overall benefits, and this is in the next slide. Okay, so if you look to the overall, so our effort was to speeding up sales by making customer data available faster with better quality. And if we look to the beginning, we took 6 to 7 days to create a record. Now we can create a record in 24 hours or less than 24 hours. And we also, one of our big effort was to improve the trust in our data. So now we are over 90% in data quality for customers, and we are over 95% in vendors, the data quality in vendors. And when we compare ourselves with other companies, we are top performers. We can see that the benchmark that we have done when we have loaded the data and we share the data in the CDQ cloud, we were one of the top performers regarding data quality. Up to you, Paulo.
Okay, thank you, Antonio. Yeah, of course, that speeding up sales is, as we know, the most appealing, let's say, part of the story. But also there were other benefits that we could get from this journey in terms of data or master data itself. So one of the aspects is the cost. So more than 80% of our customers are now created first time right, meaning that the data is really assertive with good or perfect data quality. And then there is also a very clear cost reduction per transaction, which were 14% in 2021. In terms of risks, because we have now a single repository and single ways of working, we were able to deactivate more than 6 million business partner records. So we all know that deactivate is not an easy job in the master data side, but because of this approach and the journey, we could do it. And of course, there is also the fraud prevention, which is where we are also leveraging CDQ in terms of the validation, for example, for bank data, which is already integrated via API in our with our systems and our solutions, like CLC, customer lifecycle, mentioned by Antonio, and also we have VLC, which is the vendor lifecycle. So this is also integrated. Okay, what's next? So of course that the journey doesn't end here. We want more, or we need to do more. So we are going to continue to focus on reducing the manual work on our processes. And this is going to be achieved not only using everything that has been already mentioned, like automation, pre-population, etc., but also with consuming external data, like what we have on CDQ sharing, for example. So every time that business partner data is changed there, we want to automate this change in our side as well, receiving this automatically via APIs and so on. So our final aim, let's put like this, is to get 100% data quality with zero or maybe very closer to zero manual intervention in these processes. Okay, so I think that's the story we had to tell. Thank you everyone for listening.
I would like to thank you again for giving the presentation. For anybody interested in the services of CDQ, please reach out to us. We have a quite nice homepage, cdq.com, which gives you a lot of insight into the CDQ services, gives you insight into some business cases like the one we currently received from Nestle, from other companies using the services. And you will also find some contact information in there if you're interested in the services. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.